press for time now, but I need an extension of 5 minutes, remember? Okay, last one, because I promised the gentleman over there. Oh, the lady now, yeah.
Thank you, Pak Ibu. Thank you very much for a very interesting presentation and slides. My short question, first of all, how to overcome a stuck conversation, a stuck negotiation, a stuck discussion, considering that these two parties have different sets of value, different sets of interest, different sets of mindset, and etc. And the second question is not related to your presentation, but sorry, it's related to you. I'm interested with your current CV that you're coming from biomuscular and applied such different things what you have been done. Thank you. Question, first of all, how to overcome a stuck conversation, a stuck negotiation, a stuck discussion, considering that these two parties have different sets of value, different sets of interest, different sets of mindset, and etc. And the second question is not related to your presentation, but sorry, it's related to you. I'm interested with your current CV that you're coming from biomuscular and applied such different things what you have been done. Thank you.
Please, the first questions.
Remind me of the first question again. I started thinking about biochemistry. That's the trouble being a scientist.
Okay, how to overcome
Okay,
stuck
I've got it. Okay.
negotiation.
So, one of those common problems is that negotiations quickly head into deadlock. Okay? And there are many, many reasons for that. So what I can't give you is the silver bullet that will solve each of these deadlock situations. What I can tell you is it is usually a consequence of a number of different factors. But one of those critically is the party's inability to communicate effectively with each other. So if I make an assumption, and it is a big assumption, that going into the negotiation, the parties did good preparation. It's an assumption because the evidence suggests that a good 40 to 50% are not doing the preparation they should. Quite often the reason why negotiations deadlock is because they've not got any sufficient preparation. They don't have the plan B that I talked of. Okay? However, let's move on beyond that. Let's say that at least they've done some good preparation. Usually the next area where things fall down is because they are not able to conduct what I would call a negotiating dialogue. This is the ability to ask questions, importantly to listen, to structure the expectations of the other side, to begin to build a foundation on which the negotiation will progress. Only then can people make credible proposals to each other. But what quite often happens is people will jump in with a fixed position and then try not to negotiate but to persuade the other side that they must adopt that position. They don't think about the value that's being given to the other side and what's being traded back and forward. Very quickly, they run out of ideas. You know, one of the biggest traits that we see within good negotiators is creativity. Being able to be creative. But it's very difficult to be creative in the heat of a moment, in the deadlock situation. So creativity before, in the preparation stage, and then being willing to take the time out if you reach a deadlock and taking a step back. So there are 9 phases within the capability report. If you do one for your organisation, it will show you where people go wrong in the deadlock situation. There are 8 steps that we will teach you when you're negotiating, and each one of those, done incorrectly, will lead you to a deadlock situation. Okay? When you are deadlocked, when the other side is saying no, actually that's a good thing. Because if the other side say yes to you too quickly, you know you're giving too much. Okay? When the other side say no, one second, when the other side say no, then you need to have the skills to understand, how do I change it? Is it an issue of packaging? Is it an issue of training? And how to progress? So have a look at the capability survey, either an anonymised one or one for your own company, and that those bits I've just talked about will be clear. Okay.
Now the personal questions. 1 minute, please. Personal questions about your study.
I am a scientist by training. I studied biochemistry and applied molecular biology at the University of Manchester, and I learned one important thing. I learned that when I left university, I didn't want to spend any more of my time in laboratories. Okay? But the real, this is how simple, not millennials, because I wasn't millennial, but how I was thinking at that time. Procter & Gamble gave the best company car, and none of the lab technicians were receiving a company car. So that was my motivation at that stage. And I think I've become more career orientated as I've gone forward. But in the early days, it was about who gave the nicest car.
Thank you so much. Round of applause for